Hey guys, welcome on back to the AnKorage where everything is awesome, and we are beginning an inaugural video of sorts for a series called Resto Quest, and I'm not doing the explosion yet because that is that. Now what this series is going to be is regarding restorations of many different levels. It could be simply cleaning, it could be simply restorations of different levels of as well. It could be functional, it could be a complete restoration. Typically I usually focus on functional and worry about aesthetics and stuff like that later on, but either way. But for this particular one, we're going to be focusing on grout and just cleaning it. Basically dirty floor, and you're going to see. And about a year ago, I went to my local grocery store in town here, and I rented a carpet cleaner because this room is, I don't know, 250 square feet, maybe 3. I don't know. It's I haven't measured, but it's around there. It's not very big. It's a smallish room. And, you know, so I rented the machine, which is big and heavy, but I also bought the cleaning solution for it, and it happens to be this stuff right here, which is Rug Doctor Oxy deep carpet cleaner and stuff like that. And I only used about, you know, it goes to like here when it's full. And I only used about that much. And so I've got all of this left over. And, you know, it's like, I've had it, and it's like, okay, well, what are one of the things about this channel? You know, recycling, repurposing, reusing, you know, finding other needs for it, other things you can use it for and stuff like that. And so I recently had a random thought in my head, and why don't I check to see if the grout on the kitchen floor would use it, because, you know, that's a high traffic area, and since I've been here, you know, it's just gathered up and, you know, gotten worse and gotten worse, and I've tried cleaning it, and it's worked out all right, but nothing really substantial or for an excessive period of time. So I'm like, you know, could I use this for spot cleaning of my carpet? And so bought one of these. I don't know where I got this. It might have been Dollar Tree, or could have been Ocean State Job Lots. It could have been the other one. It's a lot, Big Lots. That's it. And so what I did was, I'm like, all right, well, let's follow the instructions on here and just scale it down for this. So I put hot water in here, and I put a little bit of this in there, and I tried it out on a couple of spots on the carpet, and I've got a brush and everything, so I sprayed it down, made it wet, scrubbed it down, and it worked. And it worked great. And so, and then, you know, I allowed it to dry and everything, and it's been working great. And so then I'm like, all right, this grout, if it works on the carpet at that well, it should work on the grout that well. So I tested it, and it worked, and it did a fantastic job. And I'll show you the test spot that I did. But what I also wanted to do is check to see if this could be done using, you know, room temperature water, you know, just cool water, stuff like that. And it worked out just fine. And I tested another spot in the kitchen on the grout, and it works just as well in there. So we're going to do some grout cleaning today, and we're going to restore it to its prettiness of when it was first laid out. So that's going to be today on this inaugural edition of Resto Quest. And here is the kitchen. So it's, you know, all that grout, nice and dark. It's a nice contrast. And, you know, if it was designed, you know, if the layout was designed for it to be dark, then, you know, there would be no problem with that. However, this is not supposed to be like this. If you look down in the lower left corner, I'm going to, fortunately, I had it already on a tripod because I'm using it for something else. If you look at this spot right down here, I'm going to try to zoom in here. Alright, so if you look there, you can kind of see towards the left, that is the test spot that I tried, and it came out really good. And you can see all the dirty grout right above and around. And so we're going to do a little bit of spraying and brushing. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to show you the brush. So here it is. Take this out, and right there, you know, it's a thinnish brush, and actually it's not looking so good in that particular spot, so I'm just going to have to do that, and I'll move this accordingly. There we go. Alright, so there we have a brush. It's specially meant for grout. It's thin, like so, and it's got this convenient area here that gives you that kind of action. And what you do is you screw on a mop handle, and that's basically it. And I've had this brush for a long time with the purpose of doing this for the past 6 months, using just hot water and soap, but that doesn't do any good. So there we go. All right, let's get started on this. All right, well, it's time for us to go take a look to see what we've got, and it's looking really good. It's a lot better, so let's take a peek. All right, and there you go. We've done all of the lines and stuff like that. All the grout has been done in the major portion of the kitchen, and just a little bit over by the stove up in that corner, just a little bit. You can still see the area right there between those two mats. That hasn't been done, and over there in that corner hasn't been done. But that's all right. That wasn't the goal for today. Today was just the main portion in the center of the room. And you can see the differences between this image here and over on this image here. So, yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, that is this edition of Resto Quest with the inaugural episode, as it were, where I clean the grout in the kitchen floor. So there we go. So yeah, we want to recycle, reuse, restore, and all that. So anywhere we can, any way we can. So it's all about trying to help preserve the use of raw materials into making things, especially when it comes to things like plastic and stuff like that. You know, it's like, you know, single-use plastics, garbage, absolute garbage. You know, so anytime you can reuse those for anything, such as grocery store plastic bags, those are single-use bags and stuff like that. I reuse them as bathroom trash bags, or the little trash bin that I've got in there, stuff like that, you know. So it gets, you know, it's two uses, but still it's more than one use. So, and so when it comes to doing restorations and stuff like that, it's like you're restoring something from the past to give it new life in some way, shape, or form. It could be just something simple like decoration, or you could actually use it for something, things of that sort. And yeah, this video was regarding my kitchen floor grout, because it needed to be cleaned. But cleaning it is helping it, stick around longer, stuff like that. Gets more use. It's going to anyways, one way or the other. But it also helps keep it clean, especially from germs and stuff like that. Because grout, it's got little nooks and crannies and stuff gathers up in there, germs, grime, dirt, unhealthy stuff. So it's always good to clean that out on occasion. Granted, in my case, it's been a while, so that's my fault. So, but I'm hoping I'm making it a little better. It certainly looks a lot better, that's for sure. What I'd like to try to do is try to figure out some way of sealing it. I'm sure there's got to be ways that can be done and preserve the appearance of it, stuff like that, and also protect that grout from anything getting down inside of it. So, but anyhow, that's the end of that, and that's the end of this inaugural edition of WrestleQuest. And so, thank you very much for coming along. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I know that a lot of people have not been doing that, but it's a pipe dream, whatever. Anyhow, so if there's anything else that we can do for this here, got my video game right there. There's my Viper. There's my Battlestar. There's my Proton Pack. There you go. The bottom shelf, just as a quick heads up, yeah, that's got some computer parts in there right now. It's got a motherboard and a graphics card and what's that? A couple of radios, a CB, some GMRS radios. Those are there for now until the 2-in-the-box Ghostbusters HasLab thing comes in. That's the Ghost Trap and the PKE meter. That shelf is going to be for those. So at the same time, I just had the idea of earlier today of like maybe putting them on the top shelf and putting these down there and then switching them out after a little while. I haven't decided yet, but I will at some point. But anyways, enough talking. So thank you very much for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Comment, like, and subscribe. And Skál. And we'll talk to you later. Drink to victory.